You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Slide on the podcast, grab my mic.
You should have kept going.
Yeah, well, no, the laugh up me up. I was gonna go for it. I was gonna see how it worked out.
You gonna try again?
Too good.
No.
Restart it.
No.
So we can do that. They'll never know.
No.
But I'll know. Welcome to episode 177.
Correct.
Really?
Correct.
Wow. I've been winning that 177 for a while now.
Yeah. Well,
since 167 actually.
You're usually one over.
Yeah. That's the story of my life. Anyway, welcome to Nerd Rage Radio with your host, Joe KW.
What up? Me first.
Mr. Uncle Dolphin. In the flesh, the smooth, silky, damp flesh. Mr. Bobby Skullface.
Slide on the podcast.
Oh, okay. I'm here.
And I'm Adam Russman. Welcome. And I have a nice zero vitamin water. I guess this is lemon flavor. Squeeze flavor. It's just like the leftover squeezed lemon. It's not in
at the
juice.
bottom.
Yeah.
That's why there's calories in it.
And my coffee. And we're ready to do this podcast.
Shoot.
Yeah, let's do it. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good overall. Good overall.
Good.
Had a weird. I'm not gonna get into it. That's why I'm being a little. I had a little weird moment this morning where I was like, "Am I gonna go in on this?" But I didn't react. Took a minute.
Now I want to know.
Kept myself.
Now I want to know.
No, it was a comment that I received. And,
okay.
And I was like, my gut comeback was terrible.
Oh, really?
It was terrible. Like,
cut
that out. You got to cut that out.
As you were.
As I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'd
have been the devil on your shoulder on that one.
Yeah. It was just, I guess I'm really good at that game. Like my instincts are like
you're
really
pretty
good.
You're pretty good at that game.
So
you know what you're not good at? Using those sporks over there.
That's
not
true.
good at that.
That's
Sprongs.
True. But I'm trying to show reserve.
Dude, you'll be able to fit your mouth on it. You don't have to be reserved about that.
I don't think so. Not with the salad inside it.
Be all right,
dude. Have you seen that meme that went around? It was like there's you can buy like this thing to make eggs. Where like the yolk goes in two eyes, and then the yellow bit or the white bit fills in and makes like a skull.
Oh, yeah,
no.
Dude, it's so funny, man. Somebody did it. It looked so terrible.
Or was it like one of those nailed it type things?
Yeah, but it's like I think it's like product fail or something.
I think Krista said it looks like the person flipped it when they weren't supposed to flip it.
Yeah, actually, I got a few funny memes here recently. I got this Bill Cosby one. After he's been in the joint a little bit, he got the tattoo on his face, and yeah, I got.
How long is it gonna last? His hair looks like the Dookie emoji coming out of three ways, like three Dookie emojis: one north, one west, and one east.
So this one says Bird Box. We got little girls out here. R. Kelly, and it just shows a picture of him with like a blindfold on and with two eye holes cut out.
Dude, the best one is a Superman like shielding Lois Lane. Yeah, Superman protecting Lois from R. Kelly.
This was funny when you shave your junk with the cancels. It's like a little sad hairless rodent.
It looks like a hedgehog or something.
Yeah,
it's a shaved hedgehog.
Oh, so here it is. Please kill me.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
And I got this one other one.
Dude, somebody should buy you that for fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you like your eggs like that?
No.
Sunny side up?
No, just sent me this one. It's pretty funny. It's like that. The meme for those listening is like when it's like it starts out as like a regular person and it ends with like a god of the universe. And it's like the first one is for all intents and purposes, and the second one has like the brain like starting to get a little activated and it says for all intensive purposes, and the third one like the glow is starting to come in the brain. It says for all insensitive purchases, and then the last one you're like a god and it says floral incandescent porpoises.
They didn't make that one for you specifically. Because what's the right way to do it? For all intents
and purposes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Oh God. So good. Dude, so I did watch the R. Kelly thing in its entirety.
Really?
Yep.
Do say. Do tell me.
Dude, do say Palooza.
Dude, I did that. I did that. See you. Take care and see you later. Take later. Hey man, take later. What? Nothing. I'm an idiot.
Just kidding. Just take when you see it later and you want it, then take it also when it's later. Please.
See care.
It's really good. We did a whole bonus Patreon discussion talking about it, Laura and I. There's a part of it that comes up that like deals with like the black community in terms of.
I had a deep conversation with my buddy about this shit.
So of course on the Patreon show, we called Evan because he is the ambassador for all black people. Self-proclaimed
For the show anyway.
Yeah, for the show.
Hey, do you see it already?
I would say it was Dante, but he's clinically insane.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
No, he did not see it, but we had a good discussion about it.
Of course, he didn't see it. I'm sure.
But it was good. It was insightful. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of come out about it. Like it turns out it was part of the reason that Rockefeller broke up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Dame was dating Aaliyah at the time, and then Hove and R. Kelly did an album together, and Dame's like, "This is my best friend doing an album with the guy that raped my girlfriend."
Oh, wow.
And like it was kind of one of the beginnings of the end.
Huh.
There's a lot of fascinating stuff kind of surrounding
Yeah, my
it.
buddy came in, and he's like, bro, I just saw the fucking R. Kelly shit last night, and everybody's talking about, how was he? He's like, I erased every R. Kelly song I have. Everything.
Yep, I did the same.
Everything.
My question is why didn't this happen a long time ago?
So he talked about that.
We did too.
Yeah.
Well, the documentary does as well.
Oh, does it? Okay.
So he's kind of like Satan himself. Like he's crazy as a fox. So
Sly as a fox?
I think it's sly as a fox and crazy like a fox is the expression.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're crazy.
Okay, we need
crazy
one
like
of
a
those-
fox.
Somebody needs to make one
Like
of
a
those
fox
memes for
isn't
this.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
smart and calculated. I'm pretty sure.
Is that right?
I can look it up.
Yeah.
But
Because I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, and I don't think it's fox.
well, there is sly fox. Like that's a phrase as well.
Yeah, you're right. A sly fox is a way.
That's also Sly Stallone.
There's also Sly Stallone.
Crazy like a fox.
Crazy like a fox.
So anyway, the thing that's interesting about it is he kept putting it off. Like his legal team, like kept pushing everything back 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, like pushing the trial back. So like in terms of it being in the general populace mind, it kind of went through this lull of I think 3 to 4 years before it actually went to trial. In that time, every time it would start to pop up, he would release some huge anthem smash, like Step in the Name of Love or I Wish or whatever. So it's like, oh yeah, he did do that. Step in the name of love. Never mind. What am I? Like, I got one thing in this hand. I'm forgetting what's in this hand over here. I'm focusing on this, and I can't remember what's on this anymore. What is it? I don't even remember. So it's really like Laura used the term, and I think it's quite accurate. But she said it's almost like he's diabolical.
Yeah,
in how he
It's
does.
definitely calculated.
Yeah, it's
But like Boondocks covered this a long time ago.
correct.
Yeah.
Boondocks covered it. I mean,
They covered
Chappelle.
everything.
Chappelle covered it.
Yep.
You know,
That's what I'm saying.
wanna
Like,
piss on you.
drip, drip, drip.
yeah, right, right. But like, I understand the public it may fade out of public mind because it's popular things come and go. But like all these artists who are now like disassociating, they're in the know. They're in the community.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So like, it's a fucking bullshit move to now disassociate.
Yeah,
after
this
that's a
is
big
the
thing.
this is the thing that kills me, right? I'm at the point now where all these fake motherfuckers, like this R. Kelly shit, people knew what the fuck's going on with the fucking who you just showed me a picture of. Bill Cosby shit.
Yeah.
People knew that shit was going on. The fucking Kevin Spacey shit. People knew that shit was going on. With the fucking Harvey Weinstein shit. People knew that was going on.
Weinstein is fine. Weinstein is mean.
Weinstein, yes. It's like you motherfuckers are guilty by association at this point.
Yeah, for looking the other way.
Yeah, all of these like. Sometimes I get tired of people using like I'm not going to rat my buddy out, right? A rat is a very specific thing.
I agree.
A rat is somebody who gets caught doing something, and to get out of trouble, they tattle on
to
somebody else
ass.
to save their own ass, right?
Correct.
If you witness your friend do something, and you don't stop them or report it or whatever, you are fucking guilty by association. You know what I mean? You are an accomplice to that crime, and I feel like a lot of these motherfuckers need to be charged being accomplices to these fucking crimes. I'm tired of the phony outrage. Like nobody in Hollywood that I can think of off the top of my head has any fucking integrity with any of this shit. None of them. I'm
gonna give Dame some because
Dame Dash.
Yeah, he distanced himself and he put hands on Harvey Weinstein like 10 years ago for talking to women on the set of Paid in Full a certain way.
Yeah, and I don't even think that he's real. I mean, he's not. Hollywood,
no, he's not Hollywood. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
They're all fucking disgusting. But continue your story.
But no, I'll give Dame's credit. He kept that same energy. I think that it was I didn't know how far it went, and like the sex cult shit and all that kind of only came out to the general public like a year ago. We covered it here when it came out.
Yeah, because we're spearheading things like that.
We're
best place to get your news. Old NRR.
Yeah, but
so accurate, we don't know.
But I do think it's interesting though, because I mean, like, this wouldn't be the podcast where you would hear that information being brought up, but like the moment it came up in conversation here.
Yep.
Because I think we were talking about it. We were talking about the Smallville shit like all around the same time.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting, man, and it's crazy how far it got. But I mean, the feds are looking into it now. But the same people that did this show, they're doing a Michael Jackson was coming right behind it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And exactly. Laura and I were talking about that. Like, what do we do with that?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I mean, like, deleting my entire R. Kelly catalog, very easy. I had one R. Kelly song, and I was kind of like, it was fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Deleting my entire Michael Jackson catalog, I'm gonna have to be very sympathetic, and I'm gonna have to really believe this story. Also, the when he pissed on the girl in the tape, that's crazy. I don't know why I said it that. I said it very callously, but
I think it's a 14-year-old girl.
Correct.
Yeah.
Another thing that came out that really helped his kind of status in pop culture in terms of general audience was the girl came out they said it was, and was like, it's not me. And the family was like, it's not her. It's not us. It's not us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was her.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you
Did she come back later and say it was me?
No, but she probably got paid off. Her aunt is Sparkle. She was like an R&B artist at the time.
I recall.
Yeah. She that's actually her aunt, and she was saying like, oh, it's definitely her. Like, I don't know what kind of money, if they got any money or whatever, but...
Or you may just not want to be known as the 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
They had other people in it too. They had other people in it too that were like, because she was like a longtime girlfriend, so to speak, this 14-year-old girl, and they were like, yeah, I would go into a room and I would see her, and then I saw the tape and I was like, that's her.
Yeah,
like, so everybody was kind of on the same page.
How much would you have to get paid for somebody to piss on you?
Oh, I paid to get people to pee on me.
Man, or
you pay to get people to pee on you. I'm saying, how much would you have to get paid to have somebody piss on you?
Yeah, male or female?
Male.
Oh, that's
my story. Yeah, we're talking about is it discreet?
Hold on. Which category does Billy J style?
Because here's
there you go.
Well, they say that's different too. but here's the thing: is that like if this is something like everybody's gonna know, like my dad is gonna know, like everybody in the world is gonna know, that my price is going up.
Oh, of course,
yeah,
of course.
But if it's like something like this is just between you and me, then that price might be no
$20.
And like, are we talking about the morning piss? Like, are we talking about a full blown piss?
Oh, yeah.
Or are we talking about like the 10 o'clock?
A morning asparagus the night before.
Oh, see, that's terrible. Had they had their cup of coffee yet?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and Cheerios. They had chopped up asparagus in the Cheerios with coffee instead of milk.
Here's the thing:
is 6 figures good enough? Or I assume it's 7 figures.
It's going to be 7 figures. But here's the thing: is
really $1 million? I got you getting pissed on for $100,000.
Let me explain. Let me explain. I was just my gut reaction, right, when he asked the question was $6 million. That was what my gut said. It was like, that's the answer, $6 million. But then my inner thoughts said back to the $6 million. But what about if you could see the money though, and it was only $2 million, but you could see it. You know, and then I started going down, and it's like, because that's another thing. Is like, is the money present in the suitcase? You know, because that's different.
You got your hand on the money.
Okay, see, I don't know. I think I'm ready to negotiate. But I'm also not a 14-year-old girl.
No, I hear you.
You know,
I hear you.
But I think that it was. I mean, it was worth watching. It's worth watching, for sure.
Someone like posted a thing on their Twitter listing all the shit that he's done, and it's like, oh my god, that's a lot. It wasn't just the pissing on the girl. It's like it's a lot of underage.
How many girls were in that place at one time? Like 30?
They don't know. I mean, I don't think they didn't give a number. I mean, but he's been doing this since Aaliyah.
And how old? She was 14 too, right?
She, I think, was 14 by the time she was 15 when they got married.
Yeah.
They forged the wedding documents to say she was 18. She was 15, and I want to say she was 12 when she met him.
What?
But 14 at the oldest. But I want to say she was 12.
Now, was she singing and stuff then?
I mean, she was singing, but she wasn't like a signed artist and all this kind of shit.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and you know what, man? Out of all, it went on so. My question is, this is where I go to dark places with shit like this. My question is that you knew, everybody knows about this guy. You're letting your 12-year-old or 14-year-old daughter go over there. At one point, there has to be a parent that knew better. Oh,
yeah. Well, so they talk about the parents, too. Like, in some of them, it's like, man, like, I see how this happens. A lot of parents are interviewed on the show, and they're like, you know, like, good girl, you know, straight A student, et cetera, et cetera. Always wanted to sing, ended up getting his number. You know, we even told her, look, stay away from him. He's got this shit going on. Like, if you do anything with him, we will be present, et cetera, for music business or whatever. And then, like, you know, they both went to work, and she made a phone call and went. You know, and then, like... I
mean, it's like the people that kept sending their kids to Michael Jackson's house, right?
Yeah.
Even after the first accusation, I mean, people were still sending kids there.
So they went on... The Michael Jackson conversation is a different conversation.
It is. It's a different conversation.
I mean, you're talking about parents-wise. Like,
yeah, but like...
But I don't know if boys went over there after that shit came out.
I thought they did.
I don't feel like they did.
I thought it was like 2 times. There was the first accusation.
They looked at my penis, my testicles, and they said, how do you like that smell? Is it good?
Did he ever get... Did they ever say that he raped somebody, like a little kid?
I mean, it's...
Michael Jackson?
It's all... I mean...
Was that what he was accused of?
Yeah.
Molestation.
Like, it was rape.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it was, I guess that's the charge. I don't know how that breaks down. But I mean, it was sexual acts being performed on a minor, which is always rape, right?
I mean,
I don't know the ins and outs of the law enough to like classify it. I don't think it matters.
No, I mean, well, I think there's a difference between, you know, for example, I don't want to go down this I don't want to do this conversation, but I'm literally like, you know, let me just move on. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. But one thing's for sure, though.
I can't sleep at night.
And Jackson says there was more.
One time I asked to use the restroom, and they said, sure, it's right around the corner there. Once I went in the restroom, they locked me in there for like 45 minutes. There was doo-doo, feces thrown all over the walls, the floor, the ceiling, and it stunk so bad. Then one of the policemen came by the window and he made a sarcastic remark. He said, does it smell good enough for you in there? How do you like the smell? Is it good? And I just simply said, it's all right. It's okay.
He made a sarcastic remark. I'm going to start saying that. I'm going to be like, look, I noticed you just made a sarcastic remark. There's another one we talked about, like they told me, my penis, my testicles, my testy satchel, something like that.
Testy satchel.
My coin purse, just my coin purse.
But I forget where I was going with the R. Kelly shit. But the parents and like I mean, some like they're like going to these houses, they're knocking on the doors, cops are getting called, etc. Because some of these girls ended up fucking growing up with the dude, you know. So like they would disappear, they would try to find them, they, you know, like and they're like by the time they find them, they're like 18 years old. Because a lot of the girls were around 17. It's like he had two magic numbers, 14 and 17.
So he keeps getting older and they keep staying the same age.
And they like he would, you know, the parents would go and they'd be like knocking on the doors, throwing rocks at the windows, and then the police would come and have to stop them, and you know, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it's fucking crazy. It's real life, crazy.
And the girls wouldn't come out of that place for years.
Yeah, I mean, some of them were like, you know, locked in rooms. They told they would be punished. They couldn't eat. They had to shit in a bucket, and I mean, some of it's nuts, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah. There was this. I also watched a movie called Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis,
his last movie.
Yeah, this time. I liked it a lot. It's not going to be for everybody. I'll say that right away.
It's like almost a spy thriller.
No, it's like a heavy drama.
But it doesn't take. Is it backstory?
He's a seamstress.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
he wasn't like putting messages in clothing or something.
He was doing that.
Okay,
but a lot of times it was like women's names and stuff and things of that nature. But it wasn't like really spy shit. He ended up like I don't want to spoil it, but it was one of those endings where I'm like, oh my god, I almost want to watch it again because I'm like, this motherfucker is way sicker than I thought.
Oh really?
But he's just kind of like one of those artists that's like a dickhead because he's really talented. You know, like
all the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like this woman was like making toast.
Worse than R. Kelly.
No.
Okay.
No. Like this woman's like putting butter on her toast.
Yeah,
and he's like sketching, you know, one of his dresses, and he's like, "Could you not be so loud?" And she's like, "I'm just not being loud. I'm just putting butter on my toast." It's like, it's obnoxious and distracting, and I'm going to need you to stop. I'm not going to be able to get anything done while you're making that incestuous noise. You know, like it's just
incestuous noise.
Whatever. Fuck. You know what I mean?
What is that word?
I don't know. I mean, incestuous.
I know what he means.
Yeah,
I know the word.
Yeah, you know the word I'm looking for.
But I don't know it either.
I do that all the time, and I get called on it all the time.
All intents and purposes.
For all floral incandescent porpoises.
I don't even know if I could say that.
And anyway, but then at the end of the movie, you're like, holy fuck, this dude's a sick fucker, man. And it's really good. It's really quite good. I started watching this documentary on Orson Welles. It's like on his life. And I wanted to watch it.
Talk about Unicron?
Well, see, that's why I wanted to watch it, because like I watched like 5 seconds of it and like, oh my god, this is very serious.
Yeah.
And like to me, the funniest thing in the world was like he was like 1,000 pounds or some shit when he finally got that role, and then he came in and he was like super offended that he was playing a planet.
Yeah.
And like so like that to me is like what I wanted to hear about. Just in the context of this film, because it's like, you know, Orson Welles born on the 7th of such, you know what I mean? I wanted to be like, and then he played Unicron, the giant eating planet from Cybertron, and
giant planet eating planet.
Yeah. So I also, I guess that's it. And I put down here Transformers Dilemma. I think I can say that for another time. I'm just...
Oh, no. Please.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, I put in my... I did a little dio.
The Nemesis?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I put it into place. And I think it might have been one of the reasons why I'd put off doing Transformers dios for so long. Because I'm like, I think I've been scared.
Don't be scared.
About what if I don't like this?
You don't like it?
I don't think I like it.
Where's it at?
It's in there.
Okay.
Well, is it what the look is off? Like they don't go together?
No, it doesn't look like something. So, for instance, it's hard to articulate really, because I've been trying to talk to people about it, and I might have a Black Series shelf, and I do some diorama work in it, and I've got a shelf that houses $60 worth of figures, but I'm like, fuck, this thing looks like it's housing a couple $100 worth of figures now.
The Nemesis shelf?
No, like my Black Series stuff.
Okay.
You know, but then my Nemesis shelf is housing over $1,000 worth of figures, and it doesn't look like it.
Oh, okay. You know what? There might be something to that, because most of these Transformers, you're paying for engineering. You're not really paying for aesthetics. You know what I mean? I mean, looking at that guy over there, I don't even know who the fuck that is, and I can tell just how large and how many paints in charge, and the wings and everything. That he's probably $125, $150 toy.
I would guess.
Is that a good guess? Just from here?
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. But
it would be at least.
But I can tell you right now, it looks stupid. It looks fucking stupid. Like
as a display piece, anyway.
I mean, it looks
as a toy.
No, it looks like a stupid toy. It looks fucking dumb. It looks dumb. I mean, it looks like. See, this. I think you just this was a catalyst for something here because when it comes down to it, that Super 7 shit with the He-Man, Tyler L. hit me up with that, and he's like, hey, man, Super 7's got the license now if you want to get into the He-Man thing, because we were talking about the Mythic Legion, and I'm looking at them, and they look really good, but they look fucking stupid. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I got the one He-Man on the Battle Cat, and it's perfect. But to have fucking Ram Man... Get the fuck out of here!
Mechanic?
Yeah, I mean, and they're really good.
So that's that.
But
that
it's just,
and I think
cashing on that nostalgia.
It's also something about it being too tuned.
Yes, it's G1 to a fault. And it's G1 to a fault.
So I'm asking myself questions now that I haven't asked before, and one of them is, what is my goal with my Transformers collection?
To be done with it.
But what is the goal of having it in the first place?
I mean, you love the franchise, so you want...
Correct. So that is the goal, right? Yeah. To express my love for the franchise, a specific element of that franchise. Mm-hmm. But the question I'm starting to ask myself, because of this fucking diorama that I should have never done...
I am so excited right now.
Does that illustrate my love for it more than that? And what I'm pointing to is my single shelf of 5 Dinobots as opposed to my 30 shelves of everything.
I think so.
That's what I'm struggling with.
It feels
you know what, man? I had something similar here recently, which I'm not buying shit right now.
Good.
But I think that you get so addicted to the hunt, you don't realize that the treasure isn't really what you want. You know what I mean? And it's the act of collecting, because at one point, and that's what happened with my lightsabers. When I got all the lightsabers and the Master Replica wasn't making anymore, and we didn't think we were having any more movies come out or whatever, I was like, as soon as I had them all, not interested anymore. Because the cool thing is like, oh, I got this one coming. Looking forward to, I get to hold the actual lightsaber. But once I held it, I was like, oh, it's just a fucking stick with a red light stick on it. No big deal.
Well, I think it's also about my 38-year-old sensibilities aren't the same as my 34-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, and
statue game.
Statue game. I looked at that Ultimetal Optimus recently. Mm-hmm. It's like $1,000 Optimus figure. It doesn't transform.
Oh, okay.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and
is it a quarter scale statue?
No, it's a figure.
Because a real quarter scale Optimus would be fucking stupid.
Right. It'd be like the size of this house.
Yeah.
No, not really, but it'd be 30 feet divided by 4, so 8 feet tall. I just don't know if I want all of them anymore. I don't know because so I played this through, right? So when it first struck my central nervous system,
yeah,
I said, "Let me take
Lightning
them off."
hit your brain.
I said, "Let me take them off. Let me take a shelf off and get ready to sell it." So I took one shelf off, and I was like, "I'm going to sell all this shit." I couldn't.
Oh, you couldn't.
I couldn't.
Which shelf was it?
The Decepticon shelf.
The reason why you...
Which one?
Season 1.
It matters why you couldn't, though. Do you know why you couldn't?
No.
Time off. Let me go back. Are you talking about your G1 original Transformers?
No. No. Like the Megatron.
The masterpiece.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, I wouldn't... That's not fair if you took a Megatron shelf out and say you're going to sell it.
Well, I took the one off next to it, too. The Starscreams and the Seekers and that whole...
So you almost just jumped out of the masterpiece game overnight.
I just wanted to test it.
Okay.
Why don't you take season 3 off and see how that feels versus how Megatron show?
That's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Just go stick with season 1, maybe.
See, I don't know though, man, because so I've been watching this Asian lady.
The tidy up one. The tidy up one.
Yeah,
dude, dude. I want to watch that so fucking bad, man.
So I watched the whole first season.
Really? How is it? Yeah. Okay, that's why I get it now.
Yeah, that's why I
get
asked
it now.
what that was. Yeah.
God damn it! How was that show?
It's trash.
It is.
Yeah.
Why did you watch the whole first season?
Because the kids liked it, and it was like something they could all
tips,
watch together.
tips and tricks.
Yeah, but
Pick up anything?
it's all the same shit. And like this woman's running a fucking racket. Is what it is. It's fucking scam shit. It's like she's got 3 tricks and she uses them for fucking everything.
What are they?
Fucking roll up your socks, apply that to every other article of clothing you have, and put all your clothes on your bed, and then ask if it brings you joy.
Okay, Pam bought this book.
Yeah, Laura's fucking got it too.
Yeah, like a year ago.
Yeah.
And my closet right now looks fucking nice, I might add.
So my closet does too, and we did her method.
Yeah.
But I don't need a book in 8 seasons. It's like you could tweet that.
Gotcha.
Put all your shit on
roll
your
up
bed.
your socks. Who doesn't roll their socks up?
No, not the way you do and I do, sir.
Roll it up like a sushi roll.
Oh, that's how you do it?
Yeah. Been doing that for years.
Oh no, fuck.
No, you got to flip it inside out and make the ball.
Yeah. I don't make it a whole ball, so to speak. I
That
wear different socks.
That stretches your ankles, your socks. I never do that.
I don't like
I'm
things
just
gripping
talking
my
shit because I don't
ankles.
even wear socks.
It's funnier than I thought it was going to be.
What did you say?
I don't like things gripping my ankles.
Yes, you did.
It was after I said it that I was like, oh, that's fucking funny. So one of the things she did with clothes that we did do, and it did work, and my closet feels great, and all that kind of shit, was take all your clothes out and put it on your bed. Mm-hmm. All of it. Your socks, every fucking thing. And then go through each article of clothing and ask yourself, does this bring me joy?
Yep.
And then make a decision based on that answer.
That's cool. I didn't know it was that lady.
So what you end up with is just tank tops and shorts like me and flip flops.
Correct. But
that's what I do with my 40K dudes.
I got rid of 2 trash bags worth of clothes.
Yeah, I saw that up front.
Yeah. And my wife got rid of a bunch of shit. And
I mean, that's how I purge a lot of my stuff off, toys on my shelf because I like.
What's her third trick?
It's not. Don't get lost in the sauce. It's not a hard 3. It's just a relative.
Well, you got me interested. Don't fucking fluff.
You got to watch it. You got to watch it.
She's just got
my fucking Netflix isn't working.
She's just got a couple of fucking, like, one of them is roll up your clothes. So like you can, if you roll up all your jeans and you roll up all your sweatshirts and you can stick them in a drawer so they're all facing vertically and you can store more shit in there, right? So that's one thing. And then the other thing was take everything out and ask if it brings you joy. And then, the other thing is always use little shoe boxes or little small boxes and put all your little miscellaneous things in separate little whatevers. And it's like,
maybe it's an Asian thing because I would do that.
3 tweets, her fucking
perfect.
3 tweets, her fucking career is over. You already know, Robert. I know you already know.
Huh?
Don't front.
Don't fucking hum me. You know.
What are you talking about?
You timed it.
He knows.
You know, for being a lawyer, you're a bad liar.
He knows. And the reason why I know he knows is because the 4 Dummies chat has been like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. So Laura's already told him he's busy.
Exactly.
I just wanted to...
can
I ask you a question?
Only if you Only if you can first fulfill my response, my request.
I would love to fulfill your response.
Can you do the impression of the Japanese lady?
Oh, by the way, you just before I fulfill your response, I wanted to let you know you made up your own word on whatchamacallit, verbally challenged. Ironically, I had trouble getting that word out. Instead of, oh my God, you made up your own word.
Okay,
I gotta listen to it again. It was like in the first 7 minutes. That's about as far as I can get in there before I passed out.
That's not very nice.
I'll get in there again. I'll let you know.
So
what is your response?
I fucking hate you. I really do. Like I hate you down to your soul. Can you?
He's a lawyer. They don't have souls.
Can you do your impression of the Japanese lady that does the tidying?
What the hell's her name again? Morikona?
Yeah.
Oh, bring the joy for the laundry in your house and find the joy. You fold it up and down in a triangle. Every time I come to a house, I like to lay on the floor and pray.
It's true. Except there's this one house.
Hey, Robert, that's borderline racist. If we have an Asian right here with us, I'd be upset.
We do have an Asian though. He says it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm telling for the listeners. Robert,
not okay.
Robert, did you watch the whole first season of it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I dipped in while my wife was binge watching.
Did you watch the one where she didn't pray to the house?
No.
You see, she must have caught some bad vibes from this one house. Like, there's one house she goes into and like doesn't pray to the house. There's this other one
that she like murders everybody.
It was funny because like there's it's a very diverse cast. So there's like a white couple and a black couple and lesbian and homosexual, gay, and every time
the Japanese couple too. She does visit a Japanese couple.
Correct, a Japanese couple as well. And their house was actually the worst, which I was like found stereotypically surprising.
Japanese American, there, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it and like, you know, Jane is watching it, and like anytime like a gay couple came on, she like, or a lesbian couple, she would just look over at us and be like, "I'd prefer not to watch this one."
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Why?" And it was like, it just makes me uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby.
Yeah.
You got to put on your high heels and your rainbow wig and dance for her.
I'm not doing that again.
That's how he almost broke his ankle.
But it's interesting because like, you know, I didn't not to paint my parents out to be monsters, but I didn't grow up in a quote unquote gay friendly house. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Older
like
generation.
I was also in the 80s, you know,
Yeah.
but my kids have, like, they've met gay people, they've had dinner with gay people, like, and we've been like, and that's fine, and like, yeah, that's fine, and whatever. But she didn't want to watch it. Yeah, like I'd just rather not watch it. I don't like it. I don't like.
Huh.
Yeah, it was weird. It was. I thought it was a lot more interesting. You know, obviously it sounds away, but there's no malice to it. It's just preference.
Is it the girl and girl,
Maybe
guy and guy, or both?
Both.
Maybe you should have just told her to cover her eyes with a red hat so she didn't see the TV.
Damn.
Don't be that way. But what
You know
kind
what it is? I think kids get very like uncomfortable maybe talking about things that does touch on sexuality.
Yeah, I mean, my
So
girls
maybe
don't
that's
want to
why
look
it
at
made her
people kiss on
uncomfortable.
TV or shit like that, you know? They get uncomfortable with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or maybe only around the parents. Maybe they're fine with it when you're not.
No, you were not around.
They hate.
I can hear like, oh, tell me when they stop kissing.
Yeah, but
You know?
I would like to pass it off on that, but I mean, it's not like the show really shows any sort of a real affection, you know, aside from like an arm around or, you know, something like that.
Maybe she's just don't know how to process it yet.
Dude,
Maybe.
I mean, she's getting to be puberty age, right?
Yeah. Oh God, and it's very obvious.
don't worry about her, man.
Was a
She'll be
disaster.
fine. Don't worry about
Just
Jana.
attitude and
Oh no,
chip
So
on her
it starts.
shoulder, and you know.
You meant to say integral. Or integral. I never know how that word's pronounced. But instead of saying that word, you said something else. And I got to go back and listen.
I was
very funny.
I was half in the bag that night.
What? Hey, Robert. What's another word for that? For the incestuous,
Oh yeah.
incestuously. What is the other word for that? When you keep doing something, because
Not insistently. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's
none of us can think of it because
This is not very good podcasting. Robert, can I let you go?
What was his question?
What was your question?
Well, I didn't get to ask you my question.
Okay, go ahead. That dude, man. That dude is. You know what he is? Something else.
Son of too much.
So getting rid of your collection.
Yeah. So I
Incessant?
maybe incessant.
Good. Of course, it'd be you that comes up with that.
I was like, man, I don't know if this brings me joy. I don't know. But I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah.
With yourself.
Correct. I'm also not sure that it doesn't.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You haven't figured it out yet.
I don't know. You know?
I think this is a start.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you also value the display value of things a lot more now, and it doesn't display well.
Yeah.
When it's cluttered
And
like
you know
that.
what, man? There gets to be a point where your sensibility, like, you take off the nostalgia goggles. There's similar to beer goggles, right? And you're like, man, this isn't as good as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
That happens.
go back to any Transformer video you did when you started and watch them and watch what you liked. I guarantee you leave a nasty comment on your YouTube video yourself. Like, that shit is junk. What are you talking about?
Chris, were you here when Chris had that idea that we should like get a couple guys together in a room and watch an old review of mine and just trash it?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We should do that. We should do that right now. Pull one up.
We'll do it afterwards. Like, or we forgot to film it. We film it, but I mean, I'll set the camera.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'll work.
You should pull up your most popular ones.
Yeah.
And see if they hold up.
Yeah.
Like the Menosaur.
I mean, like, I'm looking, and
that one never held up.
So I look over here. I'm constantly scanning the room. There's always so much visual, interesting things to look at. And I see your two Supermen back there, Uberman. And I'm like, those are fucking trash compared to my statue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and like, I don't even want to look at them anymore.
That's the problem. Is when you up your game, everything
Joe
else.
Joe has fucked us. He's fucked us.
I think there's a big part of it.
Yeah. So we were thankful for Joe, but fuck Joe for that present.
I told you last week it was a burdensome gift. I meant it. It's a gag.
Yeah.
It
beautiful.
weighs on your life.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, I have all this real estate and I've dedicated it to so much low end. And I mean, it's not low end.
It is, though.
But it is, exactly.
It is. It's just expensive low end. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
It's boutique low end.
But I even mean in terms of price. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a
Legends?
There's a difference between...
Yeah, but you know...
well, no, not so much the legend. They don't really take up any space.
Yeah, but like even...
And I think they'll... I think when they get on that table, I think that will bring me joy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I often get a lot of joy when something gets put on the table.
You know what you need to capture, dude? And I've been telling you this for fucking years now. You need to capture that fucking front window on Lasting Light.
Yeah.
That was the shit. Because, see, that... I think all this stuff... I think the reason why you've continued your collection the way you have is the display in the diorama piece. I think the last year and a half... How long have you been doing dioramas yet?
A couple years.
Year and a half?
Year and a half,
almost
2 years.
2?
Yeah, probably 2 years.
You've invested so much positive energy with your wife, your friends, the display thing. You know, it's another art form that you can do, but you can come down and experience it every day. But there's certain things that aren't gonna. You're just collecting. You're just collecting to have. You're just consuming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, and listen, I don't want to project anything on you because I've come to this a while back. That's why I'm like kind of cutting out the 40K. The only reason I'm doing as much 30K, which I'm just building and painting what I already own, because I'm looking at this shit like, dude, why the fuck do I need a fucking Tyranid army? I don't need this shit. It doesn't bring me joy. I'm serious. I mean, that's why when you go in my basement right now, there's a 2x4 foot table outside the game room area that is covered every inch of it with fucking models, and it's the for sale pile. And anytime somebody comes by, I'm like, dude, you want this? I'm selling them. And some of them are really well paid at shit. You know?
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know because like I think there's another part of it. I've been putting a lot of thought into it recently, and I'm almost scared to have the conversation with people because I'm scared. I think I'm scared of a number of things. I'm scared of where it could lead. You know, there's a number of concerns I have about it, but I'm like, I think with Star Wars and Transformers specifically, there are two lines that as a kid I never had them all.
Okay.
And I wanted them all. So, like, the idea
Why did you want Yak Face?
Because
I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you.
So because I loved as a kid, like, so we've talked about this briefly before where like my interest in Star Wars, and I think a lot of people's like kind of grows and evolves as you grow and evolve.
Okay.
So as a kid, you're like, man, the fucking aliens and blasters and all that kind of shit, and fuck all that spaceship shit, and fuck all the Jedi hooby-jibu. That's not the word I'm looking for either. I feel like I'm being cursed now. I feel like people are saying stuff about me, and I'm starting to become what they're saying. Hocus pocus or whatever.
Heebie-jeebu. I got it.
Heebie-jeebies. Some sort of combination of that. And then
Jeepers Creepers.
Iwo Jima.
You know,
don't do that.
Dude,
don't do that.
Never forget. And then as time went on, I was like, man, there was a period where I was like, man, I really love the spaceship stuff, like the dog fights and the, like, and then later on, I was like, man, I just the Jedi shit is where my heart is, and that's kind of where it is now.
I mean, you had that point. You had the micro machines.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And I used to tape them to black sticks and film them in front of a black blanket and stuff to try to recreate some of the tricks. So when I was a kid and I wanted Yak Face, it was because I loved the aliens. I loved Jabba's palace, and I wanted to like have all the characters kind of in the background. You know, when I played with Jabba's palace, that was really what it was. Same with the cantina or whatever the case may be. With Transformers, it was that like as time went on, the engineering got trashy, and my dad stopped supporting it. Because he didn't think they were expensive. They were more expensive than your regular toy. Mm-hmm. And he didn't think I was getting out of it what I used to get out of it in terms of the puzzle aspect of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So he just stopped buying them. Like, especially when it went, but by the time he got the Action Masters, he bought me one. And he was like, "You're done. I will not buy any more of this shit."
But you knew we were getting older as well.
Yeah, but he was still buying me like Star Wars stuff. And, you know,
okay.
But like by the time I got into Headmasters and Target Masters, where it was like you just fold the leg, fold the arm, and now it's a cow. You know, he was like, I don't know if I buy a cow.
Yeah.
So I never had. I got close to having like a complete set, but I never had it. Maybe I'd have. You know, I had Dirge, like I had Ramjet and Thrust at my dad's house, and I had Dirge at my mom's house. Like shit like that used to drive me fucking nuts.
Do you think that the complete set is going to make you feel a certain way?
I think maybe I'm hoping. It does.
Huh.
I think
maybe it's because
I think it won't.
It may be.
I don't think it will either. And let me ask you this.
It may be something that I've wanted since I was a kid in a way.
And let me ask you this. Do you think deep down someplace you know, and that's why you've started to move on to other things so you could always keep that, I'm almost done? Because we've had that conversation too. You're like, dude, it's almost done.
Yeah.
But it's only gotten bigger.
And it's been just replacing pieces now.
Yeah,
so
it's only gotten bigger.
Yeah, but I mean,
and now you're on your third Devastator, right? You're on your fourth Bruticus?
No, fourth Devastator.
Fourth Devastator, third Bruticus.
In the process of 3 Minosaurs, 4 maybe.
Yeah, but
yeah. Sonic-Cons, I know it doesn't count.
And I don't have those feelings when I'm thinking about them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but it's the same thing with the Dinobots. Like,
you never.
That is my thing. Is like
what are the Gigapower Dinobots? Fucking like the Grimlock comes and he blows them away.
Well, I mean, like so many of them are out now, and
you couldn't find them.
No, he told me he's one.
I'm not.
He doesn't care about the Gigapower stuff.
Yeah, it didn't do it for me.
Oh, the Gigapowers.
Yeah. So like, I think it's boiling down to love. The problem is like there's so many of them, right? So like in my head, I'm like, man, you could get rid of Megatron, Reflector, the Insecticons. Mm-hmm. It's like, but I can't get rid of Soundwave.
So keep Soundwave.
Yeah, but there's so many that I would want to keep that then it's like a super awkward looking collection.
Only to you.
Correct.
Right,
but it's mine.
Matter.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you take the Megatron? I like this. I like the silver, the Apollo.
It's not that I don't like it.
That's the one I have.
I think it's that I don't really give a fuck about Megatron.
Huh.
Well, not the cartoon one anyway. You would get an IDW one.
But you know what'd be cool, man? If you did one little scene with like the Soundwave, and you had him up on a rock and his hand was forward, and then you had like the tapes coming out, like
and a diorama of that.
A diorama like the plastic, like the clear plastic rods, like one coming out that hasn't transformed yet, flying out his chest.
Yeah,
another one that's transforming. Like that'd be fucking dope.
You know, part of the reason maybe you don't feel it with the Nemesis diorama. There's no personality really. You know what it is. Like when you do a diorama, the scene they have a feel.
Correct.
When it's lit a certain way.
Correct.
Diorama and the arc is background.
Correct.
Who cares?
Correct. I think that's what it is. Honestly, I think that is the catalyst of this problem is that like I don't know how to display it. And so, I don't know how.
And it might, dude. There might be limitations to displaying them.
There might be.
Yeah.
And some things are fine or even better without diorama. I get it when you see the Hot Toys. I wonder if you ever do diorama. I said no. I'm like, I get it. Like they look good as art pieces like that. With it actually should cheapen it if you put a diorama around.
Yes.
It. Yeah.
I don't know.
Except I've seen those really classy ones like that Chris has been doing recently
with really good light sources that looks photoreal.
No. Where it's just like the symbol.
No. I'm saying like with the Hot Toys. You
can
do
some. I'm talking about.
No, I'm not. I know. I'm saying like you could do like the one you see like the Joker in the chair and Batman behind them, and like it's really dark and like the light is specifically dark right there. That shit looks fucking amazing.
It does, but that doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't make.
No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear
like,
you.
but when I see like that one that they did recently, where it's just the Superman S symbol engraved in something and it's standing behind, it's just simple.
But it's
like
also a display piece. It's not a
correct,
diorama.
correct. It's not a diorama. It's
accent piece.
It's an accent piece. Yes, like that appeals to me. I don't know that I would ever do it, but it appeals to me. I don't know. I think that's the challenge that I'm having to overcome.
You should just keep doing your Star Wars stuff until you're done with that before you worry about other stuff.
Well, I
So
mean, I
much
kind of
more.
have Laura it's Laura and somebody else I've had a conversation with, and like she wanted to try something else. She wanted to do like a turtle sewer one or whatever, but like I just don't know. There's other logistics.
that rooftop turtles one that the quarter scale.
Yeah, she wanted to do like because I don't think I'm going to do one for that one because I think because where they have to be, it'll just look a little strange. But like do like an internal like sewer. Like couch, like the whole bit.
Throw pillows, TV news reporter,
Pizza box.
Yeah, pizza box, yeah, shit like that. But I just don't know if that's going to be their final place because, like, if it's just the 4 turtles, cool, they fit in that space perfect. But like, if we get a Splinter and a Casey Jones and an April, well, now I feel like I need a larger space.
Would you want the movie actress April?
I wouldn't do. I would do Splinter. That's it.
Okay. I mean, if they did one. Casey Jones would do a movie. Casey Jones. All right, okay, sure.
Like they had, they got the Shredder up now. Like I don't know.
Oh, let me see it. It's still good, but you're not picking it up. What was the name of that foot soldier that betrayed him? Was it Daniel?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it Daniel?
Daniel. That's Transformers, but yeah, I'm trying to bring it.
I don't know.
I'm sure he's going to end up having to weed out stuff eventually.
Yeah.
Like I did it last year, and I'm happier for it.
Yeah, man. We had a club meeting. I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect, but it looks fucking stupid at the same time.
She went to a fault.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't realize how goofy that fucking mask is.
No, it's fucking goofy.
It's too big.
In the pink sparkly suit.
Yeah.
Super Strider, though.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like Rick James.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so it's something I'm wrestling with.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough, man.
And then what to do, like, I don't know. It's like a whole conversation.
I feel like the Tarn fucked you up, too.
Yeah, I think the Tarn fucked me up, too.
What's wrong with the Tarn?
No, it's really
too
good.
What do you
And it
mean?
displays what by
It's too
itself.
fucking perfect. Like, it's like...
Oh, with the rest of the DJD?
Well, no, it doesn't even go with them. It's like a standalone, basically. But, like, it's just like, man, why am I not buying this stuff instead?
Does he not transform?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's the same reason you bought that Hot Toys Prime. I mean, it's not as good as you want it to be, but like, it was for the same purpose.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know. So I'm wrestling with it. Like, I'm like, what does my basement look like with all light up cases? What does that look like? What does that look like?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I might, if you're going to get rid of one of these Billies, I might buy one from you. I'll buy two
I mean,
from you.
It wouldn't be this room.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
first.
this
It
room.
would be the main room.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
all Billies, though, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so going through it.
Now
Dude,
they got that.
that's fascinating. That's fascinating. What impact do you think your skull face commitments has to that? Because do you feel at this point there's a certain expectation?
I don't know, because like, for instance, this past 2018, I didn't buy a whole lot of Transformers.
I know,
But
I'm saying,
I reviewed it all.
I know, but I'm saying like if you remove all that from your collection, because Skullface now is more than just a channel. There's a community that's built up around that. Like, let me ask you this: Skullfest 2019, and people come in here and it's just gray painted walls. How do you think that goes over?
I honestly, so if it didn't go over well,
Yeah,
those aren't the people I want back.
no, I hear you.
Do you know what I'm
that's
saying?
a valid point. But I mean, when I'm and that's the taken to the absurd,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the question is that if you get out of Transformers,
Well, it wouldn't be out totally. It would just change.
It wouldn't be that whole wall.
It wouldn't be that whole wall, and it may not be even that style. What does my room look like with the Imaginarium art, Grimlock, and the XM Prime, and like what does that
Yeah.
room look like?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is that the one with like the drift?
No, there's like a prime. It's like he's like this.
Oh, he's really big, right? Big statue. I think we saw.
Yeah, he's a big statue, but he's not.
Yeah, I'm familiar. They did a Megatron as well, but the prime wasn't painted. We saw it when we were in Canada last.
I mean, what?
I don't think so.
What we're seeing.
Oh,
here,
damn, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, what does that room look like? You know what I mean?
Now, which prime is this from?
It's I guess like a stylized prime.
Is X the same company? No, that's somebody else. Handmade Toys, HMT, Handmade Objects, HMO. It doesn't matter. This looks fucking awesome. What does this backpack look like? It looks kind of gibbly in the back, though.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, what we're seeing here is the real life.
Oh, so this is it.
Evolution of the
Yeah, it's right out there.
of a collector with the means to like the line all roads lead to quarter scale. It's like there is a path that you go that eventually you end up higher, like just evolve beyond what you had before.
That was Tyler's thing, right?
What's that?
All roads.
No, that's Joe.
Was that you?
That's Joe. That's a Joe quote.
But
sorry, Joe. Didn't mean not to.
I mean, that's where it goes because like your taste refines, and then you see what's good, and then if you have the means to get it, you go there. I feel like the people who don't go there and either don't have the means or don't have the means and are talking trash. Just like how Chugs people talk trash about third parties sometimes. Like,
yeah.
I think it's because you can't afford it.
So let's go back to my question. Let's go back to my question. Mm-hmm. If you get out or a partial out, you're playing just a tip.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be an impact on what the motherfuckers are looking to fuck with you anyway. On the
Oh, I'm not. That's not a factor.
Okay,
for me.
Okay.
Like,
but you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, dude, I'm at a point where, I mean, if
I don't like Transformers anymore.
If I had the sunny side up eggs, I'm trash. If I have scrambled eggs, I'm trash. You know what I mean? Like, so if I go, you know what, you guys were all right. I'm just gonna go KO. My whole collection is gonna be 100% KO. They bet, oh, he's fucking trash. You know, I can't please these fucking people. You know, so
I hear you.
That's not really a factor because the factor is really about when I come into this space, I feel away. Mm-hmm. And when I go into my little Star Wars cove, I feel away. But I don't feel away anywhere else in my basement. Oh, with the exception of the movie room makes me feel away. I like that. That's kind of almost the full realization of that idea.
I wonder, do you think that Transformers has been overrepresented based off your ratio of your interest? You know what I mean? Like if you had a pie chart, your love for everything, and everything had to fit on that pie chart, right?
Only
20, I would say 25% of your basement is Transformers right now.
I don't know. I would say only in comparison to DC, because like I have like a ton of Marvel shit. I have a ton of Star Wars shit. You know, so like.
But I would say Star Wars would probably take up 50% of that love.
Star Wars, yeah.
I mean, the reason they have more DC stuff is they don't put out good DC products.
Yeah.
They could put out good Marvel
Correct.
products, so you have them.
Correct.
Of what the good DC stuff, you have them all.
Correct. I think it would be different if the product was different.
I think if DC started pushing out some good hot toys of characters that you liked the movie stuff is difficult because the movie stuff seems like the most logical choice for this because you've gone movie with the hot toys.
That's all they do. Also.
But you don't do. I mean, isn't there some stuff that wasn't movie? Is it all movies? But you're not into movie Marvel Legends. You know what I mean?
Correct, because I do the fig warts.
That's true.
Different lines with different purposes.
And I do the fig warts DC.
Yeah. I wonder though if the hot toys started pushing out a lot more. You know, like what if they did a Hot Toys fucking Hawkman, and you really like that one? That's like your favorite one up there. But if they did a Hot Toys Hawkman, they did a Hot Toys Aquaman that looked like the comic book representation, would all this stuff cease to need for this?
I don't know because they're different, right? Like if they did like that Joker Harley, for instance,
Hot Toys wouldn't do it that way.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it that way.
That's Play on Sky.
You like that?
Well, it's one of my favorite things in this room.
Okay.
You know, like you just and I wouldn't have thought it was going to be. It's just one of those things. Like when you see it, you're like, "Fuck!" It connects with me somehow.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But like the three back here that are obviously they're obviously movie representations. You already have the Wonder Woman. You're going to get a Superman. The Batman, you're not going to have an armored version. So are you going to keep those?
Yeah, I'll keep them. I mean,
Okay.
I don't. It's different to me. Like it's like
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Like the SH Figuarts versus the Hot Toys or whatever.
Yeah. Like the Star Wars Unleashed. What do you think about those nowadays?
Oh, they're just here because they're here.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if somebody came in here like, hey man, I'll give you $100 for all those Unleashed, would they be going?
I'd have to think about it. I would have to think about
Yeah.
it because like Star Wars with me is different. It's just a different.
I hear you.
beast.
It is interesting when you start thinking about it. There's that stuff like I'm not getting rid of those turtles for nothing. Those turtles are staying forever.
Yeah, no, I'm super happy with those.
I felt like you went turtle crazy for a while, and then that turtle kind of dried up.
He got a bunch of turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all kind of coming out
They're
at
out there
once.
now.
They were all kind of
Yeah,
coming out
yeah,
at once.
yeah.
Like the SH Figuarts ones, those.
Did you get the digital turtles? Did you sell those? Or you still have those?
I still have them. They're boxed up.
Okay.
I'm waiting to sell them. Nobody wants them.
They're like $800 at one point too, or something.
Yeah, because the cartoon versions came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good talk, though. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Dr. Francis episode.
Yeah. I'm going through it. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it.
Well, you don't. Well,
I don't
you
have to.
to.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's the privilege. I'm
For now.
Correct.
When you get more statues, you're going to have to do something about it.
But I'm not even at a point where I can afford. Like, let me rephrase that. Let me take a dose of my own medicine. I'm not at a point yet where that is priority enough for me to go in on that game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I have a lot of Hot Toys pre-ordered. I have a fair amount of Transformers still in the bag and 112 stuff, kind of wrapping up a couple different things. Where it would be very challenging for me to do all of that and begin a quarter scale collection.
You have to give some stuff. When you go to statues, you have to give up other stuff. That's just the way it is.
Correct. But like some of this stuff, wraps up shortly. Like the DC Hot Toys wrap up this year. I
don't know. Aquaman has hit $1 billion, bro.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying as far as what they have available.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like even that Shazam, like I got to see that movie before I commit to that figure.
Is it already? They shown one already?
No.
Okay.
No. But I'm sure one's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Robert D, give him a quarter scale to push him over the edge.
Dude,
compete with Joe
a
Robert.
third scale. You can't beat Joe Robert. You don't have it in you.
Bet you can't. Bet you
can't.
Once you get more than, dude, it's easier. Once you have more than a couple, and then like, well, I might as well just keep going with this.
Yeah.
Just like anything else, just like Hot Toys.
Correct.
Once you've had a few, it's like, well, I'm gonna just as well keep going with Hot Toys.
And I can tell you, if the payment plans were different, I'd probably already be in. Like, if they had, like, I think, let's say,
What do you mean?
So, like, I think for the statue stuff, it's usually like 6 payment plans, and it ends up being like $100 here
a month.
But if it was like 12 payment plans, I'd probably already be in.
Okay.
Because I could
That's
squeeze in.
interesting.
I could squeeze in an extra 50 a month.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I could probably squeeze in an extra 100. It would be uncomfortable. I'm not.
All of a sudden, fucking Sideshow is popping up on my Facebook.
Yeah, man.
You're welcome.
That's
I sent that screenshot.
that's fucking crazy, bro.
I know.
Yeah, I
So-
sent that screenshot.
Yep.
It came up in Messenger, like in my Messenger.
Oh, really?
Like they have a little.
And you know
ads.
what? Because I sent the picture of it, I wonder if it's reading the image. Because Google has that take a picture and tells you what it is.
Yep.
If it's reading the image,
Definitely.
and be like, oh, here you go.
Definitely.
That's fucking scary.
It's showing you what you want to see.
Oh, funny thing. This is just crazy. See, I just random as fuck, but in Canada now, it's legal for the police to come in your house at least 2 hours after you got home if you're suspected of drinking and driving. So you get home, you're in bed, and all of a sudden someone be over your bed giving you a breathalyzer.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yikes!
How's the discount on Module Case?
I don't know yet.
Let me put my order in with you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, yeah.
Group order.
Hook a brother up.
Yeah. But I think we got.
All right. Sorry about that. I had to
All good.
go potty.
What? How about your nerd week, sir?
Dude, I forgot about everything I did this week. We're still watching Series of Unfortunate Events. I'm ready for this to be over. But at the same time, I am interested. Neil Patrick Harris, man, he's a good fucking actor.
Yeah.
He's a good fucking actor. I've been very... Dude, I'm gonna get my kids on that show. Playing Toe Jam and Earl, like a boss.
Oh, nice.
Toe Jam, big girl.
We've been running around a lot, doing dumb shit. Nothing else really going on. I haven't finished Voltron yet. I don't think I've watched. I
haven't started Voltron yet. I want to, but I feel like it's an endeavor that I have to like.
And it starts out slow, which is I can't stand. You need to get me up in there, so to speak.
That's the fucking 2000s culture.
God,
man.
dude, all I'm doing is sitting here thinking about how fucking stupid that shelf looks.
It does look bad. I just went over there and looked at it.
It looks fucking stupid.
It does. It looks bad.
It looks fucking stupid. It's got to go. That shit, like that.
Go now, get it.
I gotta rethink it, man. I can't have it look like that.
Leave it alone.
I can't. The goal cannot be to make it look like the cartoon because the cartoon doesn't look good.
Yes.
So here's the problem with that, and that's exactly what it is. It looks so animated.
Correct.
It looks
it looks cheap.
It looks cheap because the backgrounds and stuff on those cartoons were cheap. They're recycled
Correct.
over and over again. So you got to go with a photoreal background.
Correct.
Or not doing it at all.
Correct.
You know.
Correct.
You can do like whatchamacallit.
Fuck.
He's so worked up right now. He's shaking.
And also it needs some light. The light's bad in it.
Yeah, I think I need a lighting system.
Just like how there's upgraded or like stylized Transformers, you gotta like go the whole nine. The art computer is like orange-ish, and then make it weathered and like the screens look good.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the problem with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Joe is right, but he's wrong. Because nothing
Then you
makes
gotta
your
paint the
shit
figures.
look. That's
Then
it.
you have to paint your figures.
Because the background is going to look better than the figures, and then there's not the focus isn't going to be in the figures, and you got to watch that.
Yeah, but I think like I come across that sometimes with my Star Wars dioramas. It doesn't bother me in the least.
Yeah, but with the Star Wars dioramas, the difference is that like when you just had one or two, and that the one that was on the Rogue Trader planet,
the Rogue One planet, the
Rogue Trader, Jesus,
40K.
Like I can tell you right now, if you took out everybody and just had the Han figure, even though it's a good figure, is probably not as good as a paint job as the other ones.
No, that's one of the better ones probably, but it doesn't matter. I get your
but
point.
Anyway, like the fact that you have so many other visually interesting things to look at there, it pulls you back to the foreground.
Yeah. It goes.
I don't know if it's right for the Transformers.
Yeah, I got to try again. I
nice
got to try
or not try at all.
I got to try another approach.
Don't do it all.
I don't think it because I'm not happy with the black shelves.
Okay. What about putting a mirror back in there? Get a mirror cut and putting it back in there.
No, they don't look. Often don't go from the back.
Yeah, they often don't look good from the back.
See?
What about lights?
Now it matters.
What about lights?
No, I think lights need to go regardless. I mean, they need to come regardless. But I just need to rethink. I need to rethink the world. I need to rethink
my life.
I need to rethink for right now. I need
Dude,
to
I
rethink
got there last
the
year.
world they live in. That's what I need to rethink.
I mean, you could do a war scene type of thing with them, like metallic. You know, that airbrush should be really easy to paint metallics and then weather the metallics with black, like soot and laser blast and shit like that.
Yeah, I got to rethink it. Rethink it.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
You're so antsy right now.
What if you do like a just, and then the other thing too, if you can get
The cartoon looks fucking dumb, dude. Looks fucking dumb.
That's why I don't fucking like
It looks
these.
fucking stupid. It works in the cartoon.
It looks like a third grader's class project.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It works fine with the way fucking Takara is going with the cartoon accurate fucking masterpieces. That's why I don't like that.
What about high res photos just taped on the back? Like I'm serious. Like you go to Kinko's, be like, hey, I need this on foam board, high res photo, and you just get like the you do some shit on you draw it high res on the computer, inside the computer.
Inside?
How else was your nerd week?
I'm trying to think, man. There's something I wanted to talk about. Did I ever talk about that vampire movie, What We Do at Night, that I watched with the guys from?
I think you talked about that last week, maybe.
No, it wasn't last week. It was a while.
It sounds familiar.
You need to go look at that thing right now. You need to go look at that show.
Yeah, take it off.
It's the last thing I need to look at right now.
Just take it off. Take it off.
It's got to go.
Trash.
It's got to go.
Trash.
It's been paying my ass off. There's this app I've been doing some photo editing on.
Oh yeah,
That's fucking
special
fun,
effects.
bro.
The special
It's
effects
fucking
one.
fun. Like I miss editing video. I do, man.
Dude, Bobby's.
Dude, Bobby's going. He's fucking going.
Yeah.
You're going. You're going, bro.
You got the 1,000-yard stare, man. Like, you're just on PTSD right now. I feel like it's like childhood trauma coming up.
We have to cut this episode short. Right?
No. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I haven't had a chance to. I did finish a 40K book. I'm not going to tell you the fucking
Fine,
name. Herald of the Siege. And I finished that other... where's my phone? So it was good. It was a bunch of short stories, but it was basically all the short stories kind of wrapping up with the last thing all of the different parties involved in the war on terror do before they engage terror. So like the turnaround.
We had a war on terror.
Yeah.
Do we still? Is it
Probably.
Oh, was it mission success?
Mission success.
Born of Flame. And Born of Flame, I'll tell you, man. So that was kind of cool about the salamanders. But it's fucking dope. Like they're in this ship, and the ship is a giant. Like Vulcan, the Primarch of the salamanders, made this fucking super awesome ship. It's a forged ship. It's used to make weapons. Right? It doesn't have any weapons itself, but it makes weapons. So they're trying to take it to this planet where there's a secure place to like hide that and some other relics. They get there, and there's traders there that are trying to get into this, bat cave for all intents and purposes. Is that right?
For all floral incandescent purposes.
And anyway, so there's a war that goes on. They get away from them, and there's some Iron Hands that went Shadow Legion. They were kind of like bad. So they get the ship, and they're like, fuck, we're fucked up. We don't have any more power. We're stranded out here. So they go into hibernation, and like you read in one chapter where like the guy wakes up and like he hears something scratching at the door, and he goes back to sleep. And then you have another team, and it's like it's the year 40,000, and they find the ship. Like we found this, we got 7 more artifacts to find. This is like if you find these 8 artifacts,
then
Vulcan will
come
come back.
back.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's like it's the first 30K book I know of that has like jumped forward in time like that, and like talked about the 40K universe. So that was pretty cool. I had we had game day the other day. I had a good game with Roy. I played with my Ultramarines, which was good. He was the Death Guard. He fucking raped me. It was fucking awesome. We had a good...
Somebody make a song out of it.
We need a sample of just fucking rape me. It was
I
awesome.
I want to piss on you.
Beep, beep.
I had a good meeting about the club, and one thing we talked about is like...
The fees.
We talked about dues, what do you want to do with dues. But one thing I was like, listen, guys, it might be worthwhile of like getting a place, like all of us going in, making an LLC, buying a property, and everybody like throwing a couple bucks to it. The
only thing is, do you trust all these people with money?
That's the thing. You got to trust people. You have to some kind of contract or something to hold people to be obligated to do it.
Yeah.
And people would have to be accountable for it. But even if you wanted to get out, then you sell your shares. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But dude, like, and we could do some shit with like a community center type of thing, because there's ways to get some grants and shit for that stuff. People have like talked to me before, like, hey, I know how to do that. But it was pretty cool. But like thinking about like, 'cause similar as you, is like, dude, I'm getting to be at the maximum threshold here. Like, I'm running out of room,
Which is crazy.
It is crazy. It's very crazy.
But that's a lot of that is because you have so many tables. Like,
no, I've only got the one up right now. I only had the one table.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Also, you're not only storing your shit; you're storing everybody's shit.
That's not true. I'm only storing my shit in Roy's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you had other people's shit.
I get some of Chris's stuff in there too.
And you have some of mine.
I got some of your shit. That's not everybody though. That's not everybody.
Not Lars. None of Lars stuff.
There might be some of Laura's
Tyranids in there.
Maybe. But I'll store your shit.
Well, that's different. That's nostalgia feels. That's like friendship.
Yeah, I do want to.
Friendship.
I do want to find how to get the detofs like that. The way that you can put the extra shelves in them.
Oh, that's easy. You go on Etsy.
No, you don't even have to do that.
Just get the bolts.
They don't look good.
They
They don't fucking look good.
Talk to Jisk. Jisk does it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you just get plexiglass and like you can't tell the difference. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
really?
Yeah. He knows.
So
he knows
just
the way.
do me a favor, man. Get whatever I need, mail it to me, and I'll PayPal you.
He's not gonna
Add
do that.
10%.
He's definitely not going to do that. You might get whatever you need.
Order it.
He might get whatever you need in an instant message and send it to you.
Come on, man. Help me out. I ain't got enough time to do that shit. And I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know if I want to go into this bullshit. Maybe I do. When did people become so sensitive that it is impossible for them to take criticism. I kind of feel like in our dad's day, collectively, like the past generation and even our generation, like you get called in the office, you get your ass chewed, the principal's office, the manager's office, the boss's office, regardless. You sit in the chair, he chews your ass, and you're like this. Yep. All right, get out of my office. You understand? Yep, get out of my office. And that was it. Now, I had experience, like when I was in high school and work, if I ever fucked up. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you had experiences that way too. 1,000. I'm sure you still have experiences like that. I don't know about Joe. Joe does crazy shit at work, apparently.
I'm my own boss.
King of the castle.
But I had this dude today, and I can't get too much details through it, but basically it's like, hey, we're going to shut down operations tomorrow because of the snow. Call your people and don't come in. Tell them not to come in. And everybody did it except one dude. And that one dude was like, oh, well, I got this bullshit reason that has nothing to do with why I failed, but I'm going to use it to fucking get my way out of it. And it turned into like, dude, just fucking own your shit, man. You fucked up. You fucked up. Now, I got to talk to you. She got to talk to you. He's got to talk to you until you own your shit. And then somebody that works for him did the same shit. Didn't own his shit. So he's coming at me later and be like, oh, yeah, you did this. Oh, doesn't that sound familiar? I wonder where he learned that from.
Do you know how many bosses I had to hear when I didn't do the TPS report?
Dude, it's the worst. It's the worst.
Four, Bob.
I love that movie. I've seen it.
I wouldn't say I was missing it.
Dude, that's my favorite line.
I haven't watched that in a while.
No, me neither.
That was my week. Joe?
Okay, so I didn't do much, but Well, I tell you what I did do. I've been off a lot, which is fucking great. It's crazy going from working 7 days a week to working 2 days a week for the last week. I've been hanging out with Krista because she works from home, so we've been just hanging out. We got back into playing Fallout 4, and I've been playing the Oxygen Not Included game that I was really into, which I like a lot, and I spend most of my time doing that. My problem is, like, do you ever feel guilty for not doing anything?
Yes.
I've been enjoying these games I've been playing, and then but at nighttime when I go to bed, I'm like, I didn't get anything fucking done today. I should have gone to work, or I should have gotten this, I should have done that, and I didn't do shit. I'm like, I feel like I just wasted time. Even though I enjoyed the time, I feel like I wasted it, and it was amount to nothing.
I feel super guilty whenever I call out sick. Like even if you're actually sick
twice.
Yeah, I mean, I called out life. I called out sick. I think once last year. But that was with my back.
Yeah.
Like even if it's that
you were disabled, correct? You could not get up.
You ain't gotta call me that, but even
I never had to zip up your pants, right?
It's true. No, I zipped them up because I didn't want you to have to do it. I had Laura put my pants on before you got there because I was like, you can't have him come in here and my pants be down. I can't have.
Is it when I came in and helped you out?
Yeah. Because Laura pulled my pants up before you got there.
Did I button your pants for you?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
wipe the memory.
Just because I remember that like it was a joke. Like, and I told you when you got there and you laughed.
I do remember. I remember that vaguely.
Yeah. So the thing is even that, like around sometime in the afternoon, evening, I'll be like, you shouldn't have fucking called out. You fucking bum. Like this. It doesn't matter how sick I am. Like I feel guilty.
Yeah. So I'm not the crazy one here.
Yeah. Who has it bad is my wife. Like if she doesn't feel like she's maximized her time, she's a maximizer. It's one of her traits.
Maximal?
She's not a maximal. She might be a Decepticon. What is it called?
Predacon. Transform and terrorize.
Yeah, that's sometimes she's a Gemini. So anyway, yeah, she gets that guilty feeling like that. Like that's why I can't play video games anymore. Video games, but
it's a time sucker.
But it's these new video games, Joe. You need to get on the retro game thing because you get your 45 minutes in,
and you're done,
and you're good. Like what I'm also doing less of fucking playing on my phone. I'm about to get rid of the fucking the iPhone.
He's been saying this since Nerd Rage started.
But it's
3 years ago.
but it's because I'm addicted, bro.
I know.
We're all addicted.
But that's why you haven't gotten rid of it.
I mean, you got it on your watch, homie.
Yeah, but I don't. That's not true. I don't get notifications like that on my watch.
Maybe not. But I mean, I've seen like while you're doing this podcast, every now and then you'll be like,
is a text message.
Right.
Right, but you're
But
attached.
you'll do
Or
this.
somebody a call.
You'll do this, and then you'll do this.
Yeah,
It is right here. Like
phone on one
that
hand.
is something that I think about just watching you sometimes. Where I'm like, man, like that. Like,
That's stressful.
that. Yeah, like
And dude, this
that's a man
watch-
that doesn't want to miss a thing.
This is a Gen 1. The shit they have, especially with the Samsung watches now, that shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It's just gonna be in your brain soon. It's fine.
Yeah, no, not doing that.
But yeah, it's just a time thing. Like at the end of the day, I didn't get anything out of it. Like I got so much done in the game, but then in real life, I didn't. I didn't used to feel that way when I'm always been into video games, and I play a lot of video games when I was young. But I never got a feeling like I didn't get anything done after I played, like a waste of time. I mean, I'm just getting old.
I'm waiting for Joe to come over and model with me a little bit. I invited him yesterday, but he didn't want to leave his house because he's playing fucking video games.
I didn't want to fucking.
Trash.
Yeah, I hit Joe up last week. I was like, hey, man, you working?
You
He
hit me-
hit me up at like 7 p.m. I was like,
I didn't even fucking see.
Nope.
I told I told Chris that. I didn't even fucking see this message.
you could have helped me with my fucking trash ass diorama.
I would have helped you.
We no need for both of us to waste our time.
How many hours you got in that?
You see, both
3
of
days.
you, both of
3
you,
days.
both of you messaged
Wow.
the same day at like 5 a.m. for you and like 7 a.m. for you. Like before I woke up, it's like when I wake up, I don't get those messages from before I'm
You know,
awake.
a
Yeah.
lot. To be fair, a lot of that is waiting for paint to dry and shit. But
Yeah. So I beat Bobby on that one then, right?
What?
So I was before Bobby on that one.
Yeah.
The scheduling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So even when I beat you, he doesn't come over.
It's no. I didn't feel like fucking digging in my car. It was all iced up.
I know. I'm not worth it. It's not a big deal.
no, that wasn't
Oh, yeah.
snow day. That wasn't a snow day.
No, yesterday. I'm talking about yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I didn't.
Yeah, yeah. You're not worth it.
I know. It's fine.
Like you're not worth.
A quarter scale.
I didn't say it.
We do have a little bit of notes. Not
Spider-Man
actually-
trailer.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that obviously, but
I need to watch it again. I don't think I
Yeah,
got
we'll
the
watch it.
audio.
We'll watch
I'm
it.
amazed at fucking hot 54-year-old man.
Yeah.
Sure. Chris, I didn't believe me. We watched the trailer this morning, and I was like, she turned from a hot chick to a hot old lady, and she's like, she's not an old lady. She's like our age. I'm like, no, she was like fucking 54.
Yeah. My cousin my cousin Vimeo, fucking forever ago.
I hear you, man.
Yeah. So she aged fucking well.
They showed designs for Raiden, Shao Kahn, and Scorpion.
Yeah.
Did you look at them? I mean, they're cool.
That's fine.
Fine. I don't
Yeah.
care.
That's some more Mortal Kombat stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I care about a movie if they come out with it.
They'll always have a place on my sofa. The Simpsons did the Marvel Thanos.
Yeah.
So
bit.
that he just clicked and they disappeared.
Except for Maggie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. You watched it?
Yeah, it's a quick 5-second clip.
Here, let me pull it up real quick, and we can watch it live on the
Live on Nerd Rage.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get.
flagged.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Would we? Just for the Simpsons theme song?
Where is? Oh, it's 15 seconds. So I'll just talk a little bit, and
Don't worry.
There we
YouTube will still get us. Not that we're monetized right now. Maggie's and shit.
Nice.
Love it.
that is awesome. That is awesome.
They did the cartoon Thanos though, not the movie Thanos, right? The design.
Yeah. But that's perfect.
It's fine. I mean, it's their version of Thanos. I don't think they're taking it from like.
Correct. I think it's like
Yeah.
what he would be like in the Simpsons verse.
Yeah.
Dude, like the Simpsons will always have they'll always have special places.
You still you
Even
don't
if
watch
it
it anymore.
becomes-
No. You
No.
don't have cable. I mean, what season? They got to be on the 30th season.
The only
or
thing I
something.
go out of my way to watch is R. Kelly, Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
You
the
should-
the Fire Festival documentary. The one where the rich people went to
Oh
the
yeah,
festival
yeah,
and got
yeah.
scammed.
I
That'll
saw
be
previews for
interesting.
that. You know, I don't think I think that's going to be like. I can tell that story in 30 minutes. I don't think it's going to be that much.
Yeah, you can tell how you roll your socks in 5 minutes too. But
3 tweets.
yeah, three
Yeah.
Tweets.
And
That
it's-
whole lady's career is over.
I'm not
3
watching
tweets.
the show yet.
Man, no, I'm telling you.
I
that
want to
whole
get
lady's
ideas for
career,
cleaning
3
my
tweets.
house though.
I mean, I guess you see it from different houses. Like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Remember that show? I watched a bunch of that.
Yeah, I never saw it,
It
but
ended up being very similar.
correct.
But like you get to see the intervention of different people's lives.
this shit, man. I'll be honest with you. Even some of the shit when I'm watching it, I'm like, it doesn't look that much better.
Oh,
Yeah, some of it.
I like
obviously
Hoarders. Hoarders is one of my favorite shows.
Dude, that shit.
Or Buried Alive. I think they're both
Yes.
Hoarder shows.
The game is almost on. We had a new teaser trailer for Game of Thrones. I don't
Anything
think I don't think it gave away anything. We'll watch that one here too.
So when are you gonna start getting the Game of Thrones statues?
That's in the basement.
That's something you and your wife are
Where it was
going on.
buried.
Yeah,
She'll probably be on a $1,200 dragon statue.
she wants it.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's
Oh really?
yeah. There's a Cersei crown I'm thinking about getting. It's only like $200. And it looks better than the fucking figure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the figure's not great.
It's crazy that a franchise this big and this popular don't have a fucking good selection of figures and statues.
I wonder if there's some licensing issues from HBO.
Maybe they don't want to do their own stuff. They don't want to license it out.
Or they may just be inexperienced, like those people, like to know how to merchandise shit. You know what I mean? Like they might need a better team. I had a conversation with a guy recently about who they think or want to win, and he wants the youngest her to win.
Is it going to be the same as in the books, or is it going to be different?
I don't think the books are done.
They're not.
I know the books are not done.
This is going to be done before the books.
I don't know. Because he said, one thing that he said that was cool was that he's going to, like, he writes it and he doesn't know how it's going to play out.
Right.
He just tries to internalize every character's motivations or whatever and the ways that they would go about and lets it play out. And then he's like, oh shit, Cersei won that.
But I mean, he writes this too, though, doesn't he? Oh, has input?
I think his input.
Yeah.
It's not
okay, so the books
him.
can be completely different. Like, you know, Walking Dead, the show and the books, like, have divergence.
Yeah. Hostless in Hollywood. So Kevin Hart is not doing the Grammys, the Oscars.
Oh, I'm sure you like that.
Well, I do because I like what he did, for one. And for two, I don't like him. So,
exactly.
But they dug up some old tweets he had about that were kind of like anti-gay. I think they were just saying.
Were they for fun? Were they jokes?
Is that why Jana was following
him? She's not a monster.
Because sometimes comedians say fucked up things just to be funny.
But they found a whole bunch of tweets that he put out that, you know, sounded away or whatever. He's apologized for him countless times over and over and over again.
Just like a James Gunn thing.
And they were like, look, you got to apologize again if you want to do the Oscars. And he's like, no, you know what? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Enough.
then Ellen came, they had him over and was like,
so she's co-signed him now. So like now he's getting traction in that. Like it's just, you know.
I keep seeing his new movie on ads in YouTube.
Oh, with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, looks interesting.
I want to see it actually.
Do you see it, Bobby?
Mm-mm.
It's like Bryan Cranston's like a
but I can't stand. I have a hard time watching Kevin Hart. He bothers me.
He wasn't doing it.
Yeah, like it's
not a comedy though. He's like doing drama.
Oh, okay. I just find his voice and tone to kind of be like nails on a chalkboard to me. Like it's just, I know you're doing this with the intent of it being funny for all incandescent purposes, but
that's the name of this episode.
Yeah. But I don't find it funny. I find it cringy, I guess. I hate that word.
Check out a trailer just to see what you think.
And then Disney Cometh, X-Force, Gambit, and Doctor Doom are now officially
Gambit
shelved.
again?
What? I know.
I feel like they're doing the Gambit thing just for our bit.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum's going to be too old by the time it comes out.
But that's the Deadpool sequel, officially shelved.
What's that?
X-Force.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that was Deadpool 3. So it's
fine. Hey, let it end on a good note.
You know what? That they might do a Deadpool 3. You know what I mean? And not do it X-Force.
Well, I think it's because it's changing hands.
Yeah, maybe.
This shit's supposed to go doon in the first quarter.
Man, I'm okay with shit ending on a good note than dragging on forever, like Simpsons and Metallica and.
That's a good dude. Two great choices. Whose run is more consistent, The Simpsons or Metallica?
Simpsons.
Yes, 100%.
Tool.
I'm not putting them in that same boat.
You still waiting for the album?
I'm still waiting for the album. They're consistent about not putting out albums.
Perfect Circle comes out with stuff. Right?
Correct. That's because he just shows up and gets a check.
Is Dark Phoenix still happening? They still haven't shelved that one yet? Do we have a date?
It didn't say.
It's already filmed. Why would they shelve it?
They weren't listed. Same with New Mutants.
Because they don't want to put any more money into it.
But it's already done.
Yeah, but it would still cost marketing money, promotional money.
Yeah.
Or they can just put it out and not say anything.
I want to say that stuff
straight to bootleg.
Yeah, isn't that stuff more expensive than the film?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know, and I might be way off. This is predicated on my ass, but I want to say that's like 70% of the cost. It's all the post-production, marketing, getting people.
That's what I'm saying. If you just put it out in theater, it'll just show up and it'll be word of mouth. Like, wait, Dark Phoenix is out, and it'll be on Facebook, and then everybody would know. I don't think that you need to put out much promotion anymore nowadays for certain things.
Shit, man, most shit gets a hell of a rollout.
I'm saying you don't have to.
I don't know.
With word of mouth nowadays,
they had to test it.
Just like
because I feel like rollouts are stronger than ever for the most part. They're more condensed. we're seeing them shorter and shorter. Where I feel like the rollout, like that 07,
they hit that perfect spot.
Yeah, it used to be like a year, but now we're seeing like 6 months rollout, and that's it.
But you can see that movies can flop or be successful regardless, just from word of mouth alone.
Correct.
Enough people talking shit about
First Guardians.
So I'm saying you can test the water.
Actually, fucking Suicide Squad.
This is coming out this Friday, and that's it. Peace out.
Yeah,
I mean, not for nothing, Aquaman. I don't think Aquaman had a huge rollout.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
It wasn't a big ramp up to it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
They weren't buying out 7-Eleven, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think that
dude, how did DC knock this one out of the park?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know.
Different team
of all the damn people.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, like I love the movie. At this point, I love the movie, but now I'm like, Aquaman. You had to. This is the one that you picked to be good.
Who directed it?
James Gunn. I know James Gunn.
James Wan.
James Wan. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's what you think?
Trick question. Trick question. Dance, Hobbit, dance.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really fucking solid. It's as good as an Aquaman movie could be. I think, like, I've had this conversation with a lot of people at this point, and like, I do think that he kind of is the weakest link of it, just because he's he's so him all the time.
I don't. Yeah, but I like that. I like who he is.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
but besides Baltimore Brandon, who apparently was smoking crack before he came here, anybody else not like that movie that you talked to?
I mean, people. I've had people hate on it on YouTube stuff only because I'm talking about Bumblebee. You know what I mean? But like, I'm like,
no, I'm not about real people,
right?
Not bots.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You can have actors embody the character. Eventually, it'll be fine. We've seen it with RDJ and Chris Evans. Like those are all intents purposes
for all incandescent purposes.
They are interchangeable. Like it can happen with this Aquaman guy.
Yeah.
Even though he's him, but he's him as Aquaman all the time.
Yeah.
Because even RDJ's like Facebook, he's like Iron Man all the time.
Yeah, no, but this guy is.
You just don't like him.
No.
Too handsome.
No, because I love him in Game of Thrones. But all he has to do is go like.
Conan the Barbarian.
It requires less acting chops. It's just everything seems so much. I'm only having this conversation because we're talking about being critical about it, right? Like it's not.
But you love it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a 9 out of 10 movie, but he takes it down. Probably, you know what I mean? Like probably the point
for
me,
from a 10 to a 9.
Yeah, having a beer. Look, pop my collar. Who wants some chicken wings? Like I'm just come on, man. Not all the time. You don't have to do it all the time. You know what I use this trident for? Cutting my steak. Like, come on, man. Come on with that.
Come on now.
Come on now. But yeah, I don't know. And then I think that. Oh, and then the Spider-Man trailer. Do we want to pause and save and watch it one more time?
Okay.
So I love everything about it.
All right, I hate one thing about it. I want to get it right out of the way.
Uh-huh.
I hate that they won't play "I Want to Be Sedated," the lyrics of that song,
right.
But it's okay to say "dickwad."
I don't. Maybe it's not for that reason.
Maybe, but I mean, it seems like they go out of their way to avoid
No,
it.
I think they're avoiding the word on purpose, but maybe not because.
Like, who do they think is going to this fucking thing? Mac Miller?
Maybe it's not.
I enjoyed it as well, Joseph.
I've never cared about Spider-Man more until Homecoming, and now. I've never cared about Spider-Man before.
I will say, and now
same with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like Marvel was making me care about shit I never cared about.
And
before.
he's officially the most Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He's been more. This is his 4th movie. He's being Spider-Man. He's beat out Toby.
I bet. I haven't watched Ant-Man. I bet if I watch that shit, it'll make me like Ant-Man too. Like, yeah. Marvel Studios, for me, for the average Joe.
I think Mysterio looks good. I'm not sure what the water, fire, sand
Earth
monsters are.
I'm not. I don't like.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
They're not actually menaces. It's Mysterio making them
correct
to be a hero.
But it almost looks like he's fighting the water thing.
But it's an act. It's an act.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Because they're pushing out that he's teaming up with Mysterio. It's like a team up thing, but I don't know.
No, it's going to be.
And you know what I don't like either? I don't like that we saw Jake Gyllenhaal's face from the get go. It's like, nobody wants to wear the big bubble Bubblehead.
Yeah, but the Bubblehead works.
No, I think you have to go Bubblehead.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think it's a hard thing to pull off, and like when I see it in those
I
shots, I'm like, I'm on board.
So it'd be interesting to see what they do with the character, but I wouldn't mind having a Sandman in there or a Hydro Man. They'll say Hydro Man and Sandman.
Yeah, I wouldn't
But
be
it
against
would also be cool that if there was never a Hydro Man and Sandman, this is just the version, but it'd be kind of what they did with the Mandarin. You know what I mean? Like, those threats aren't really real type of thing.
I like
That's the
Mandarin.
worst.
I liked it personally. I thought it was a fun way to put it in instead of the 10 magic rings.
I did get a question
Yeah.
this week from a lad. Well, he sent it to me, and I said we answer it on Nerd Rage. He said, do you know of any definitive hardback volumes for Uncanny X-Men? I'm a big fan of the IDW Transformers hardback, just wondering if there's one for Marvel stuff. And I don't. However, I asked him what era he was interested in, and he said like the 80s and the modern stuff. You can find a lot of Chris Claremont's omnibus like collections. I have the Claremont Jim Lee, but that's more 90s stuff. But you can find just the Claremont collections, and that covers the 80s. But I think that's the best way to kind of cover X-Men is to go with the omnibuses. There's a new X-Men with Grant Morrison, his writing on it that I own, and then I own the Jim Lee Claremont run that ties in Silvestri and Portacio's work a good bit, and I own the X-Force run for Better or Worse with Liefeld. And for the newer stuff, I don't know, because the new stuff has been on such a fucking roller coaster of a disaster because of them trying to keep them out of the main mix because of the fucking studio shit that I think this X-Men Red that's coming out now is probably going to be the most energy we've seen in an X-Men book in over a decade.
Comic books are like secondary, like in the agendas to the movies.
Yeah.
Like one of my acquaintances who owns a comic bookstore says like sales are terrible. Like,
oh, really?
Like it's mainstream like Marvel and DC comics they don't do well now.
You know what I'd be curious to know is if they see a boost. Like did Aquaman books just go through the roof? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and Captain Marvel books are getting ready to go through the roof.
He said the only thing that's selling books and only in waves is like gimmicks, like variant covers and stuff like that. But in general, like subscriptions are down. People aren't buying books anymore. He has to sell other shit to cover his costs.
It's because people can't read, Joe.
No, he said
I bet he's selling magic cards. I bet he's selling like fucking pops and shit like that.
But he said also big stores are taking this business. Like the studios, I guess the companies themselves always have ads about how you can order books from Barnes and Nobles and Amazon. Like local comic book stores they don't care.
It's hard. That sucks.
I mean, but it's hard, dude.
Like download digital. They never mentioned the brick and mortar store. I understand from both point of views. Like nobody's crying about the guy who sold VHS. That's just gone the way of the dodo.
Typewriter repairman.
And comic book stores might be the same way.
They recently put in. I'm not going to read this note because it kind of ties back to the conversation we had recently. But Netflix raising monthly price of standard streaming soon, and all I see is that article that Phil posted, and then Dante's comment that says they can suck my balls. Dante, you
never change.
Never change. We did get a write-in. I don't know if I mentioned this, but from James H. He said, "Hey, I don't normally hit you guys up, but I really wanted you guys to know that." Both here and Shattercast, I've really been enjoying the free form. We did talk about that. Thank you, James, for that comment. We're going to look and also see if we gotten any recent 5-star ratings, which you can feel free to give us, as well as just tell a friend if you enjoy the show or think it's
Do we ever check out our Podbean stuff? I see emails once in a while. You got a new subscriber on Podbean, but like
I look every once in a while.
There's never any reviews, just new subscribers.
I don't even know how to check reviews on it, to be honest. I think we do.
We just pay them. That's all. Or Adam pays them, and we pay Adam back.
Yeah. I think we know how to. Let me see. I think there's a way to check the comments and stuff on there, but most of the time the comments are like great show or whatever stuff that needs to be like commented on other than thank you.
And you said people are we're getting more people on YouTube.
Yeah. So I put out that B video yesterday, and like you could see the react. Like, you know what I mean? Like so. Something to consider for future runs.
Cool.
I'm not going to put out this one because it'll probably depress people. This conversation because it's fucking depressing me.
No, you should. I think people would be interested in listening. You're gonna.
No, I think it is too. It's
You're
a
gonna get a lot
long
of hate.
conversation, though. I mean, I could get that regardless these days.
This guy doesn't even like Transformers.
I've been getting into the comment sections a little bit, like the last couple weeks.
Don't do it.
I
Never
shouldn't.
do it.
I shouldn't,
Don't
man.
do it.
It's just fucking.
Just
it
like
irritates
them.
me.
Don't even read it. Just like it.
I'm
and
starting
move
to
on.
get. I'm starting to get like comments on videos that are like 9 years old now.
Yeah,
9
that's
years
crazy.
old. I'm like, dude, why the fuck are you even watching this?
Yeah, there's somebody saying like, "Where can I buy this?" I'm like, dude, I don't know. Fucking
Google
flea
it.
market.
Yeah.
She's just like
Jesus.
5 years old. So yeah, no, we haven't gotten a review in almost a year.
But we've gotten more patrons. Thank
Yeah.
Thank you very
Patreon.
much, guys.
Thank you. And we've been flooding Patreon this month with content. Like,
The only thing is, the expectations, keep them in check because it might not be like this every month.
correct. But that's another thing. We haven't really got a lot of feedback from the Patreon folks. We're assuming that no news is good news. But
no one's,
Yeah, as long as we don't get. I
one's
did get something.
unsubscribing.
No, that's not true. I got something from Jimmy. He was saying things. Keep it flowing.
good because
Yeah.
like just in terms of what content is acceptable. Do you know what I mean? Because like so for this month we put up the unboxing of the statues video. That's on Patreon. We put up we put up the Christmas gifts opening on Patreon. That was this month. We put up a Q&A that Laura and I did with Jisk.
Yep.
Pegging is brought up.
Yep.
I'll just leave that right there.
What?
That's on Patreon this month. Laura and I did
The
a music one. That was done this month.
And
Laura
R.
and I
Kelly?
did the R. Kelly one. That was done this month. Like the Patreon in For Dummies extended cut of Hasbro versus Mattel is going up. Like the content on Patreon has been. My goal with January was almost to make it where you couldn't consume it all. You know, just to see if I could do it. And
Right.
then, but the thing is, if people are like, you know, the this doesn't really work for me, or that doesn't really work for me, and I don't feel like
Well,
I don't want people putting money in and not feeling like they're getting their money's worth.
Right, but the good thing is, like, if you have so much content on there, people just pick and choose what they like. Because
Correct.
people like different things.
Correct. And hopefully that's what's doing it.
I mean, the only hard part is differentiating, like, what to put on the $10 tier versus the $5 tier. But, you know, that's behind the scenes stuff we talk about.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I'm taking it
I
as...
still need to do a movie review with you.
Like, it's not like... Yeah, we need to do that other Ewok one next. Crash. Star Cruiser. Crash. As long as we're not seeing this mass exodus of people from Patreon, then
As long as we're not getting...
then I'm assuming no news is
unsubscribes.
good news.
Yeah.
You know?
If we keep the same patrons and add new ones.
Yeah, it's been growing. So and like we want to get better mics. Somebody made a comment on the Bumblebee video. They're like, the sound is too fuzzy. I'm like, look, you motherfucker. Like, you know, like that's my instant reaction. But I didn't say anything. I just took a minute.
We had to buy these fucking mics.
But yeah, we just got to get. That's our next step.
These mics are fine.
That's our next step.
They're fine.
Is to
You don't need
get
to spend any more money.
is to get
savings.
is to get better mics.
Let's invest in precious metals.
Gold.
And then mic
It's
stands.
never been worth nothing.
and then stools. We'll do stools. But that's when we'll see everybody jump out and be like, man, you know, I'm not paying for these motherfuckers to sit down.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I want you guys to stay recording. Stand up when you're
Some people make a living off of this.
No, I know. I'm
You
just
know what I
joking.
mean?
I'm just joking, buddy.
So yeah, the mic stands, mics, stools, I guess.
Okay,
Maybe some kind of
my back is killing me.
Yeah.
maybe
It's a hard
something for the
9-degree
computer
Yeah.
to like.
Yeah, the only thing with that is I don't want, like, I'm trying to make this better. I don't.
It's hard because
It's hard.
Also because we're no longer one-sided. The whole table is we have people all around it.
Correct.
So like you have, how are you gonna have things where everyone around the table can see?
Correct. But I think stools will help with that, you know, because you'll be able to tuck them underneath. I think I might try to build something for this where it looks more
Professional.
instead of just laying on the table. But
Tie
you
up
know,
the
to-do
cords and
list.
everything.
To-do list.
Absolutely. All right, I think we're good then.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
Let's shout out the rest of the cool table.
It's a short one. Sorry, Jisk.
Is it short?
Yeah.
Yeah, only an hour and 43.
Shattercast Uncut, Enter the Realm, Beer and
kinda.
Bolters 40K, Plastic Fanatics, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, and Breaking the Mold, Building Up to It,
Verbally
Fresh
Challenged.
Communication, and Verbally Challenged, which I did this week. And I revealed more information than I ever have in my life.
What are you talking about?
Talked about the origins of Shattercast
Okay.
a bit more candidly than.
Oh.
Yep. And I talked about. I didn't really get into it because I'm not ready to divulge that story yet. But you know, the idea of
Like
values.
that episode that we did on Patreon where you told all the juicy details.
Yes, and measured it.
Yeah.
The thing that we did, the conversation came about, values on traits and such. And you know what? I'll play it. He edits it. Hopefully he doesn't sue me because I don't have the rights to it. But
we'll make this show last 2 hours. That's fine.
Yeah, no, this will only. I'll just play the beginning. Try to wet your whistle, so to speak, of what to expect from it, because it goes to some places, and him and I talked about actually maybe doing it once a quarter.
Another podcast.
No. Like, it's his podcast. I just come on as a guest.
Gotcha.
We're doing the next Irregular Collectors, by the way.
Yeah, whenever Chris
is For Dummies an official podcast yet?
No, it's just a YouTube show.
Chris can't be here today because.
What about the Skull Affair?
Talk about that. The Skull Affair I need to do again too. That's another thing I've been slacking on. It's hard. I mean, it's logistically difficult.
I got too much stuff to
do.
do. It's fucking 20 different shows.
You want to sign out with this and lead this in?
This is Hanny from Megabus.com, and you're listening to Verbally Challenged.
I value loyalty a lot. My mother left me, disloyal. I wasn't married. I put bank accounts in my wife's name. She didn't leave. Loyalty. Even in my professional work, loyalty is involved, and so I value that. I value it's at a very high dollar that I value that, and even myself, I was loyal to someone to a point where I was willing to put myself in serious jeopardy in order to help them. And I say to people like younger people, I'm like, I've stood in front of juries. I know my loyalty has been proven. Yours is in question.
It sounds like a knockoff. By the way, Hurricane, I'm going to pull your card. It sounds like a knockoff Nirvana's. Oh,
yeah. A little bit.
Come as you are.
Yeah, come as you are. So yeah, check his show out. But anyway, the thing is, we're going to treat toys and pop culture and all that kind of shit is like background music. So it'll always be trying to get deep into something.
All right.
Shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team, the Phillips, whether they be Maryland or Black, and Raul for doing his thing, and Dante the Destroyer holding down Facebook, and Manny. I talked to Manny actually recently, had a good conversation with that dude, and Chris, of course. I was hoping that this was going to be the week maybe that we could have had all four of us here, and it's just
still feeling ill.
He's ill, so thoughts and prayers, likes and shares. And I won't do what they do to you on End of the Realm, but just so you know, I want to, but I won't do it. There is one more meme that I'd like to close with. That's pretty good. I'll let you take a look. It's a picture.
Read it first.
One like equals one prayer. Help heal this young man injured when his electric vape pen exploded. And it's a picture of Snoke.
Talk out the side of his mouth.
No doubt.
And with that said, be excellent to one another.
Sell your shit.
Give up, player.
Purr.